Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif is set to travel to Tehran to attend the inauguration of Iran's president-elect Dr. Masoud Pezeshkian, who recently won the presidential runoff elections. This trip was announced by Foreign Office spokesperson Mumtaz Zahra Baloch during her weekly press briefing on Thursday. In other news, the Election Commission of Pakistan has notified 39 MNAs as PTI lawmakers following a Supreme Court order regarding the reserved seats case. The remaining 41 independents have been given 15 days to file signed and notarized statements explaining that they contested the February 8th general election as candidates of a specific political party. In a major relief, former Premier and PTI founder Imran Khan, the Lahore High Court has set aside his physical remand in a dozen new cases related to the May 9th riots. The court also nullified a notification allowing Imran's court appearances via video link for security reasons. However, Imran and his spouse remain in jail due to the new Tosha Khana case, which he has challenged in the Islamabad High Court. Imran has filed a petition before the Lahore High Court to prevent possible detention by the army amid rumors of a court-martial for the May 9th riots. Meanwhile, an Islamabad District and Sessions Court has extended the physical remand of PTI spokesperson Rauf Hassan and 8 others by 3 days. They are suspected of running alleged anti-state digital campaigns. Opposition leader in the National Assembly Omar Ayub has called for a countrywide protest and faced criticism from the coalition government. He is urging the people of Pakistan to prepare for new elections. Over the past day, more than 60 targets in the Gaza Strip have been hit by Israeli warplanes, attack helicopters, and drones, according to Al Jazeera. In Khan Yunis, Israeli troops reportedly killed several fighters and destroyed around 50 sites belonging to armed groups. Rafah news agency reported that the Israeli military bombed the Sheikh Radwan neighborhood of Gaza City, killing at least 4 people, including women and children. The Israeli military also announced that it recovered the bodies of 5 Israeli captives during an operation in Khan Yunis in southern Gaza. In another incident, Israeli forces fired from an armed vehicle, hitting a 13-year-old boy 4 times. The boy was then shot again in the chest by an Israeli soldier who stepped out of the vehicle and fired as the boy lay grievously injured on the ground. 3 Israeli soldiers have been wounded in a drive-by shooting on the road between Qalqilia and Nablus in the occupied West Bank, according to local media. According to the UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, there have been 1,143 attacks by Israeli settlers on local Palestinians. Israeli authorities have demolished or forced the demolition of 1,247 Palestinian-owned structures in the occupied West Bank, including 481 homes, displacing 2,836 Palestinians, including 1,245 children. Since October 7th, Israel has killed 39,175 people in Gaza and wounded 90,403. Meanwhile, U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders has called Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu a war criminal and a liar after Netanyahu's speech to a joint session of U.S. Congress. Sanders criticized Netanyahu's speech about his vision for Gaza, pointing out that humanitarian organizations agree tens of thousands of children face starvation as aid is blocked by Netanyahu's government. U.S. Democratic Senator Nancy Pelosi also criticized Netanyahu's speech, calling it by far the worst presentation of any foreign dignitary at the U.S. Congress. In recent developments, Russia launched a series of devastating attacks on the northeastern Ukrainian city Kharkiv and the surrounding regions. These strikes resulted in the death of at least 3 people, left at least 6 others wounded, and caused significant damage to the office of a Swiss mine-clearing NGO, according to local officials. Another attack injured 3 people and damaged port infrastructure as well as commercial and residential buildings in the city of Izmail on the river Danube. In response, the Ukrainian Air Force shot down 17 of the 23 Russian drones. Shifting focus to Moscow, a car bomb explosion injured an officer from Russia's military intelligence agency and other individuals. Turkish authorities later arrested a Russian citizen in Bodrum suspected of involvement in the attack, who had arrived from Moscow by plane. In a related development, the Russian Defense Ministry announced that a Su-27 fighter jet was scrambled to escort 2 British Typhoon fighter jets over the Black Sea. This comes amid increasing tensions in the region. On the diplomatic front, Ukraine's Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba met with his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi in Guangzhou. Kuleba expressed Ukraine's openness to talks with Russia, provided that Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity are fully respected. This meeting highlights Ukraine's ongoing efforts to seek international support. Meanwhile, in a retaliatory move, Russia banned 13 Japanese business leaders from entering the country in response to Tokyo's sanctions over the invasion of Ukraine. Japan has lodged a formal protest over this entry ban, escalating tensions between the two nations. In Europe, the European Commission is seeking more information on Hungary and Slovakia's request for mediation with Ukraine. This follows Kiev's decision to place Russian producer 𝐒𝐿 on a sanction list, halting supplies to the two countries via a pipeline crossing Ukrainian territory. Meanwhile, in a moment of national pride, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky praised the participation of Ukraine in the Olympic Games, even during wartime. He emphasized that the athletes' presence in Paris would help people back home maintain a sense of normalcy, providing a glimmer of hope amid the ongoing conflict.